ways on how to do a piggy set clip. And the best part about this is you can use scrap fabric for these. These are perfect for when you're cutting head wraps. If you watched our previous video on how to do double bow head wrap, I said we cut all our strips at 5 inches by the width of fabric. That means that for the smaller sizes, you're gonna have pieces of 5 inch by however much you cut off left over. And we have a way we do piggies using that cut off piece. So stay tuned and I'll get started here in just a second. Okay, way number 1, you're gonna need 2 strips of 3 inches by 12 inches of fabric. And for these, I cut the long piece of fabric with the stretch. So the 3 inches is gonna be on the part that doesn't stretch, and the 12 inches is gonna be along the stretch, just so when you tie, it's a little bit easier to tie. Okay, so what you do, so we're gonna do this right here. So of course you're gonna do the fabric right side down, and you're gonna fold it. These bows we're gonna make 3 inches. So you're gonna fold it over 1, 2, 3 inches. Do the same thing with this one. Fold it over 3 inches. Okay? Make sure it's lined up because you want even bows. Okay, then you do flip it over one more time. Just like this. Flip it over one more time. Make sure they're even. Alright. So then now what you're gonna do is you're gonna pretty much just like some people tie their bows on nylon. You're gonna grab it like this, pinch it up, pinch it, and grab it. And then this little piece right here, make sure you're holding on to it in the pinch back here. It's still in here. Don't pull it out. So you're gonna twist it enough to where the middle of the fabric is gonna be this. See what I'm doing here? Kind of see? Twist it up. Again, I try to keep the print on the front here. So you're gonna wrap it around, and if your finger, if you had it holding right, your finger should be right there. And then you're gonna pull this through your finger part. Let's see here. All right, now let's see, you're gonna pull that there. Let's see what we got here. Pull it tight so it doesn't come undone. And then you just fluff it. It's time to fluff your bows, fluff your bows, fluff your bows. Sorry, I always sing when I do it. Okay, so you can see we have a slack piece here. And we're gonna cut that in just a moment. First, we're gonna tuck all these pieces inside of our bow. Cute thing here. And so then I just cut around here like this. Don't cut super close to the edge. I just cut like about that much off. And then so there you go, there's one. And then, so all you'll do then is you'll grab your clip, Hobby Lobby, 1.5 inch or 32 mm, flat alligator clips is what I like to use. So let's go over here. Alright, so we're over here with my little glue gun. I think I got this from Michael's. It's a cheap glue gun with the little glue sticks. I don't know what size this is. This is like the mini glue sticks, all-purpose, hot glue, whatever. Okay, I've had this on for a little while, so it should be heated up. Okay, so what I do, I'm gonna flip it over. We're gonna adhere the clip to the knotted side. So I put, it's just the easiest for me. I put a little hot glue on the flat part of the clip. Okay, good little strip. You see, good little strip. And then I placed this a little bit lower on the, like not directly in the middle. And be careful not to hot glue your fingers because it does hurt. They get numb after a while, but so I put them kind of on the bottom part at like an angle so that when they go in the hair, they sit up. Because like this is how it would clip into the hair right now. Okay, so let's do this other one here. You can always pull your little strings of hot glue because we know hot glue goes everywhere. Okay. Let's see here. Do it again. Just a line of hot glue there. Put it on the edge here. Pretty sure I just got hot glue on my finger. We've all been there. All right. And then you have 2 piggies. That's way number 1. All right, way number 2. This is perfect for the end pieces of head wraps. We cut all of our head wraps, if you've watched our previous videos, by 5 inches by the width of fabric. So these are like the little pieces that if you get like our super small size, you cut off the slack pieces, and this is a perfect project for those. So if you're a shop owner, you get your most money. You're not wasting these little pieces of fabric. If you are not a shop owner and you made your daughter or you're gifting, you have another opportunity to make something else with some of the fabric that you might have been throwing away. So you get your money's worth for sure. Using this as a scrap buster project. So basically you need 4 pieces. I cut mine 5 inches because that's, like I said, it's already 5 inches based on the head wraps. And then I do 4.5 inches because I find most of the time that's what my pieces are that I cut off. And it just works. And then you need these little pieces here. It's, let's see, 2.5 by 3/4 of fabric. So it's just a little end piece here you need to cut. So basically what you do here is you're gonna do right sides together. Put your fabric right sides together. And then you're gonna sew, let's see here. You're gonna sew the 5-inch ends. So this is the 4.5 inch. You're gonna sew here, 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 and here. You can do this by hand. I prefer a cleaner look doing it with a sewing machine. And I have an overlocker or serger, and that's what I like to use just because it's easier and it makes the seam easier for me to hot glue in the second step. So I'm gonna go over here to the serger. See you guys in just a second. Alright, so here's my serger. I'm sorry, my light blew out and I haven't got a chance to fix it yet, so this is what we're dealing with. Like I said, you're gonna do 5 inch, you're gonna sew the 5-inch part. You're not gonna sew the 4-inch part because we're gonna need that. So you're gonna right sides together, run it through your serger. Drop the foot and then go. Not necessarily important that you tuck your tails, your serger tails. You don't really have to do that because this is the part that's going to be hot glued, so it doesn't really matter. Pull that off, cut your tails off, and then you're going to sew the other side shut. So basically you're making like a tube almost. So like that's one side, we're going to sew this side now. Exact same way, sew on through. Comes the earthquake. essentially you have 2 fabric tubes. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do now, let's see here. So our 2 fabric tubes here, put my shirt down. All right, 2 fabric tubes. You're gonna flip them out, flip them right side out. Like so. So that's the seam there, and you're gonna have 2 seams. So like that would be seam, seam. We're gonna meet the seams in the middle. And this is, so just gonna pin it through here. And do the same on the other side. Make sure your seams match up. Sandwich it like this right here. Pin it through. We'll put one more in the middle here so that we make sure we get a straight seam. Alright, so you can see there's seam and seam. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with this one. 3 pins. Sandwich your seam here. And this fabric is gorgeous too, by the way. This is from Forget Me Not Fabric. I can put their link below. That's a really big needle there. Okay, so make sure again that your seams are the same, because you don't want to, it'll get really bulky if your seam isn't the same, laying the same all the way through. You'll have like a weird ripple in your fabric, so save you the weirdness. Because again, we're trying to get the most out of our scraps. Alright, so we got 2 pieces here. This is what they look like, all sewn up. So we're going to go over here to the sewing machine. Alright, pull this out. And then now you have a straight stitch down the middle. Do this with the other one. Sometimes you have to gently push it through. Alright. And there you go. Number 2. And then we're going to go over here. We're back with our sewn pieces and then our little end pieces that we cut off. And so basically now what you're going to do is you're going to hot glue step by step like a accordion. Right? Okay. So what I like to do is I'll put just a little dab right here, and then I fold it. And I fold it about that much. It's pretty much like a 1/2 inch is what I'm folding it. Maybe 3/4. I think it's about a 1/2 inch. So you fold it, hold it until it's dry. So you put it on that side. So now we're gonna have to put it on the back side. So flip it over and then you can put a piece right here. And then just make sure you're using the center seam. That's why we sewed that seam on there, to make it even on both sides. Let that dry. Flip it over. Put down the glue here. Oh, my hands are shaking. And they're kind of like coming apart maybe, you can go in and add a little bit more glue to the little pieces here so that it stays tight. You want it tight so you have a bulky center. This one. Basically, you take these little pieces here, put them down like this. Decide which side you like the most. I think I like that the most for the front, so you're going to put the front down on this little piece. See? Put the front down, and you're going to hot glue a tiny little piece here, and you're going to fold this up onto that. Make sure you're in the middle or you're going to have an uneven bow. Mine's kind of uneven, so we'll pull it a little bit. This is like a super cute result for a piggy bow. And that's pretty much done. And this one's a little bit bigger too than the other option, way number 1. So that's one bow, and let's do this other one here to make sure we got it going right. Okay. Sometimes it's not perfect, but as long as you put enough hot glue on it to make it stay, it still creates the exact same look here. Don't pull your bow too much because it is hot glue. You don't have that much wiggle room here to make it perfect. But let's move on to way number 3. Alright, way number 3. This one's really cute and super simple to do. You do still need a sewing machine just to make your lines easy and clean. So this one is the front, and there's the back. Alright, so let's get going. So for these, you're going to cut 4. I like to make cardstock templates. So pretty much what I did is it's 4 inches by 7 inches here, and you're going to cut 4 pieces. So you put this on your fabric. If you don't have a cut mat, just lay it on your fabric, draw around this, and you can use scissors to cut it, or you can use a cut mat. Hobby Lobby is a great place for these. So basically what you do is, this is French terry. Again, you cut along the stretch. The 7 inches is the stretch. You're going to place right sides together with your 4 pieces. Right sides together, right sides together. Loops are the back. This is the wrong side. Smooth is the right side, so smooth sides together since it's French terry. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take these over to the sewing machine, and we're going to do a zigzag stitch this time. We're going to do a zigzag stitch. So you're going to do zigzag, 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 and you're going to leave one side open right now, and then when we go over there, we'll show you what to do with that side. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with both. Alright, so using a 1/4 seam allowance, I'm just going to go ahead and zigzag the sides here. That's one piece there. We left one side open. This is the open side. Okay, so for this side, now what we're going to do is we're going to sew down, and we're going to stop, and we're going to pull it through a little bit, and then we're going to start sewing again. So basically what you do is you're going to leave a 1-inch opening on this, about right there, so that you can flip it out. So here we go. Stitch, and then we're going to open our presser foot, push it down, pull it down just a little bit, and then start again. Back stitch here, and then keep going. Stitch again. Okay. So then now you can see how we have an opening here, so you can flip the fabric out. So I'm going to do this again with this other piece, but I'm going to cut that out so we can save on time. So you're going to come over here and you're going to snip all your thread pieces here. Snip all your thread pieces. Random threads. A lot of them doesn't really matter. I just like to do it for, I don't know. I guess I'm just, I like stuff to look somewhat neat. Okay. So then you see here, we have our pieces that we didn't sew all the way through. So you're going to snip that thread to make it easier to push the fabric through. Snip it, snip it, snip it. You're going to do the same thing on the other side because, of course, it's double side. I don't know if you noticed, I'm using 2 different color threads, so one side's dark, one side's a light color thread. That's all I had, so don't judge me. Okay, so here's the hole. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull out, push the fabric through like this, push it through. What I like to do is I stick my scissors through the hole and just push my corners out. Do it gently because you can snag your fabric, especially French terry. So basically you're just going to work your pieces here. Work it. Gently push your corners out because I'm using a zigzag stitch and it was a sides have been pushed out. The whole piece is right here. You can go ahead and straight stitch that if you want to close it. You just straight stitch that little piece right there. You can do that. You can hand sew it and do a hidden ladder stitch if you want to. I just leave it open. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be knotted anyway, because that's what we're doing now. So you take the fabric like this. You don't need a sewing machine anymore to do the rest of this. So then you're just going to knot it over itself pretty much. Also works for like a little boy bow tie. It'd be pretty cute for that too. So, and then if you don't like the fabric being really flimsy, this is what I like to use. This is, you can kind of read it. Yeah, it's fusible interfacing. You can iron it on to the inside of the fabric, and it helps it stay a little bit more stable. So that's an option too if you don't like it to stick up. Only thing is, it will be a little bit harder to tie. When you add that in there because it's a little bit more bulky, you won't have as much wiggle room with that as well because of the bulk. Like I said, you just figure out which way to twist it to make it look right. I think we figured this one out. And then, like, if you don't like it, like if you're like, "Ooh, that looks ugly," untie it and try again. So like, that's what we're gonna do with this one. Undo it here. We're going to start over. The seam showing because we used a really wide zigzag stitch. You just make your zigzag stitch not as wide if you don't want your threads to show like that. Or you can just use a thread that matches. So we're going to go over here to the hot glue. Alright, so now we're going to glue the clips on these. Hot glue exactly the same. For these, some people like the knot. You just choose if you want the flat part to be the back or you want the knot to be the back. I typically choose the knot at the back just because the front is a little bit more smooth and just looks better. The knots don't always look the same. For example, they don't always look the same. So this is easier for the front to be the smooth part. So same thing pretty much. And again, I like to put the clip closer to the bottom. It's just easier when it goes in the hair, I feel. Okay. Pull out the blue tails. Last one here. Again, just you can wiggle with you have a lot of wiggle room to be creative. You can make these wider, and so then it'll be like a fuller bow. So we did 4 inches. You could do 5 inches height in these bows, and it would give you a little bit more bow. But yep, that's pretty much how you do it. Alright, so this was the first way. You get some small bows. This was the second way. These are nice and fluffy bows. Just a little bit more work to get these, but these are the best scrap piece project that I think